Hello, everybody. Xander Gay here from LimeLight by Alcone. I'm just going to give it a sec to make sure we're all working here. My internet connection was a little funky, so let's hope that you guys can hear me. And I'm going to wait for Suzanne to jump in because we're going to go split screen, which is so much fun. I'm loving this new technology where I get to have lovely leaders join me, and you get to hear from more than just me. So it's just about 1 o'clock, so I'm going to give it another sec before I start talking away. I could talk about LimeLight for hours. Let me just make sure we're all working here. There is Suzanne. Let's see here. Invite to boss.
Hi. You got it to work. I could never do it.
I got it. Oh my goodness, on the first try.
I'll have to get the tutorial later.
Well,
Oh gosh. Is it it was kind of, I can hear you now, but it was sort of like choppy.
I'm hoping we're not getting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So ladies, if you're chiming in right now, can you give us a thumbs up if you can hear me before we? Okay, so Jennifer's saying she can hear us both. Okay, good.
Cool.
So Jennifer, you're going to be my go-to on this. If at any point I seize up or freeze, let me know, because I'm going to jump in here, and then Suzanne is going to talk all about how to get started and why she's loving LimeLight. But I'm going to just jump in. So for those of you that are chiming in right now and dialing in, so happy to have you. So again, we're doing a Team Brilliance opportunity Zoom or opportunity live right now about everything that we're loving about this amazing company. And just to give a little bit of background for those that are joining that don't know me, again, my name is Xander Gay, and I've been with LimeLight by Alcone since May, so been about 4 months now. And I came from 8 years of experience at Stella & Dot, where I did love my career there, but after wanting to make some changes and some financial goals that I had for my life, and wanting to find a little bit more balance, I really had watched the success of my sister-in-law, Michelle Gay, who is my sister-in-law. We are married to twin brothers. She had come from years of experience. Her family, just to give you some background of where this all started, Alcone Company is an existing company that started in 1952, and it has been a huge, massive success. They've been, basically they have the tricks of the trade professional makeup. So whether you're on Broadway and seeing the Blue Man Group, the blue face of Blue Man Group, the green face of Wicked, they are a company that has 10,000 products, and they are really more geared towards the theatrical world and professional makeup world. And so after years and years and years of experience of the Millardi family being in that business, when my sister-in-law Michelle became the CEO about 8 years ago, which is right when I started with Stella & Dot, she really was trying to figure out how to get these amazing products into the hands of the consumers, and that was really her goal. And she had watched the success of Stella & Dot and all these other companies, and she watched my direct success, and I did, raise the ranks and become a top leader for the company. But she really was trying to figure out, what is it about direct selling that is so fantastic, and why is it picking up speed, and why are these women so happy, and what is happening? And basically she did the smartest thing. She sat back and watched. She told people, she spoke to me, she asked me what was going right and wrong. She really got to know the industry. They already came from the professional world. They knew what products they had were going to be fantastic. That wasn't their concern, but it was how to bring it to the consumer, what to do, and how to do it right. So that's what she did. She brought the best, professional makeup you can find. She brought in an all natural skincare line, which is fantastic. She brought in an affordable line. You know, we all are so concerned with affordability, and we should be. You know, there's a lot of expenses in this world. And when it's a consumable product and we're buying it month after month, day after day, and using it 2 times a day, 3 times a day, it needs to be affordable. And there's a lot of products out there that are not. They're too expensive, and there's a lot of people that just can't afford that. So again, she had this professional makeup. She had this all natural skincare line, which is, you know, again, free from harmful chemicals. People are wanting that. They want to find products out there really that are effective, but yet, you know, free of all that stuff that we, you know, she had been faced with a lot of people, you know, passing away from cancer. And 1 or 2 of them specifically said to her, I feel like I have cancer because of the skincare that I'm using. And some of the, you know, the lotions and it's really very scary. And the skincare is what gets right into your bloodstream. So, you know, long story short, she really took all of that. She was being very mindful of our environment. She has eco-friendly packaging. She also wanted it to be customizable and personalized, so you can take our makeup and personalize it to you and yourself and for gifts for other people. So there's a lot of bells and whistles that have really struck a chord in the industry, and it's why our company is truly booming. I mean, we are breaking records. We are at a pace that is astounding. We are basically, you know, having $1.9 million days. We are growing 40% month over month. In 2 years, we have, you know, we're going into our 3rd year, and we are at 17,000 beauty guides across the US, and we haven't even gone international. I'll get to that in a minute. But you know, it really is astounding as to what's really happening. And, you know, we have some other, you know, bells and whistles as well. We have a men's line that had launched for the company. We have major product development that's coming. You know, people are very worried about SPF, so I can't give too much details, but, you know, they're very concerned with having a very, you know, they're not just going on trends, right? They're going on what our customers want. And again, I think that really speaks to the success of the company, because they hear what people want, whether it's the voice of the beauty guides or it's the voice of our customers, and they are doing that. They're producing products that people want, and that's a huge thing. I think a lot of companies go off just the trends, and then they fall short, and that's not what we're doing. We make sure that if we have a product, you know, Michelle and her team and her sister-in-law, her niece, Madison Milardi, who's our co-founder, they are really making sure that they're pulling products and producing them at great price points, and that are going to stay all natural in the skincare line, and that are what people want for sure. So some exciting things that have come about, especially since I had joined, you know, back in May, is the huge partnership with L'Occitane. So I'm sure some of you have seen us posting about that. Our team is all over social media because it couldn't be more exciting. And basically what happened, to make another long story short, is that L'Occitane, a global billion dollar brand all over the world, as you know, there, you know, a lot of people say L'Occitane or L'Occitane, or they say it all different ways. But anyway, that company all over the world is really had been wanting to get into direct selling. They see the success of it. They've been watching the success in the industry, and they went out there and came to the US without Michelle knowing it. They tested the LimeLight by Alcone products, all of them out there. You know, the direct selling products out there that are about cosmetics and skincare, and they tested them all, and they handpicked LimeLight. And it was because they love the products, they love the affordability, they love the conscientiousness of the packaging, as well as the all-natural skincare, and they also love the family vibe. And you know, L'Occitane is a family-owned company. It is Reinhold Gregor and his 2 sons. They are on the Hong Kong exchange, but they're you know international in that respect, and on the you know, part of the market. But they are a family-owned company, and Michelle and her family, they own LimeLight. They are family-owned, and it brings that wonderful vibe to the company, and all of us as beauty guides, we feel part of this family, and we are. And yes, it is my family, it's my sister-in-law, but for all of us, all of Team Brilliance on here, I'm sure you guys can agree that you feel like you're part of a family. And our Palooza this summer was all about that. All the family was up on stage, and it was, you know, all the people that were selling you know, or giving out the registration bags, it was family. So that's what Reinhold wanted to be part of. And so it became this amazing partnership. And really the partnership means that it's a 40% partnership for L'Occitane in the US, meaning they are going to be helping us financially, getting more product back on the shelves quicker, and getting us to a whole nother level. For those of you that have been with us, you know, we are shipping that much faster. We have a whole new tech platform that's been implemented and continuing to get better and streamlined, which is so very exciting. We're shipping out within 48 hours, business days. I mean, that's fast after 2 years, and shipping at the rate that we're shipping is really astounding. So it's so exciting. And then on the international side, we're going to be going global that much faster. We're starting with Canada. We'll be going into, after Canada, it's going to be Brazil, and then, going everywhere you can imagine. And why it's going to happen so much quicker and more seamless is because of the fact that we are going within the fulfillment centers that are, existing for L'Occitane. We're not having to do all that research. You can imagine with other companies, you've got to find your fulfillment centers, do the taxes, do the, all that it takes to get it up and running. And LimeLight is going to be partnering with a company that's already got that going. We are going to be literally fulfilling from their existing warehouses and fulfillment centers. So it really is so exciting. It just takes it to a whole nother level, because you can imagine what we're going to accomplish. If we've gotten to this point in 2 years, you can imagine this time next year. And the forecasting is incredible. And for those of you that are wondering, like, is this for me? Should I be getting on board? Is it a new opportunity? It's massively new. When I launched my business, no one knew what LimeLight by Alcone is. I mean, a huge percentage still doesn't. But the fact that we haven't even touched, Canada, or we're still so tiny in the US. I mean, it's just a testament to how much opportunity we all have in our backyards. And we really are. We're very, very tiny for how big our country is, as you know. And so before Suzanne, jumps in, I just wanted to say a few things that, some people wonder, what kinds of, incentives does the company have, and what kind of culture? And again, as I spoke to before, it really is a family culture, and it's wonderful. But, one of the things that I love, again, it's one of the biggest reasons I decided to move on to this new chapter, is the comp plan, because it does pay you your worth, and it is not the spinning of the wheel type of business. And I know Suzanne's going to touch on that, but you do also get paid your perks. There's monthly incentives that you can earn, whether you can earn a clutch or you can earn, free product. And then also, we do have trips that you can earn. We're working right now towards Aruba, which will be happening in 2018. But you do have, you work hard, you're going to be, paid out with what you're worth, and it's a work hard, play hard. But it really is so fantastic. So there's lots of elements to the company that make you feel like you can strive for the best and go for it, or you can really work this part-time on top of your family and other jobs. And again, I'll have Suzanne jump in here about what she's so excited about. And can you hear me, Suzanne?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay,
How are you?
good.
I'm happy to be here. I've got to say that, so I guess it's been like 3 months since I started with LimeLight, and I have had the best summer ever because I have been able to, those of you that know me know that we just simplified our life by downsizing our house, which made me super happy. And at the same time, which was not planned, I decided to simplify my life and my career as well. So I am loving LimeLight because I was at the point where I felt like with my prior company that I was just spinning my wheels. I was tired. I'd been at it for, like 7.5 years, the grind, and I was just looking for something to simplify my life. It's kind of my overall theme right now. And I've had such a great summer. I have been able to build this business literally from home. I have not left my house one evening. We did Susie, my girlfriend who joined the team, we did a open house like the first couple weeks at our girlfriend's house, but that was it. That's the only thing I've done outside of my home. So I've had people come to my house to shop. I've done it mostly through social media. This is a very social media driven business. So I'm loving that. And I'm loving that the opportunity is so broad. I did not realize much broader this would be, because this is a product in an industry that everybody uses. All women wash their face. They need skincare. Like you said earlier, they are looking for healthier options for that. And all women wear makeup. And if they don't, they should. Because our makeup is the best. I mean, I started using the skincare right away, and I, of course, had the makeup too. I did not know how much I was going to be obsessed with this makeup. It is the best makeup I've ever used. Yeah. So it's so fun to share it with other women. And I've already had so many reorders. People text me and say, I love this and this. I need to order it again before I run out. Like, it's just such a fun thing to see women so confident and happy, and they feel good about themselves. So that's one thing I am absolutely loving, is this product is just off the charts amazing. So, and I'm loving how modern the opportunity is. It's very simple. I just have all my little samples in one little tote, and people come over. It's super simple to show people the products to try. So I'm loving the simplicity. Again, it's my theme of the year. So that's been great. And, you know, I think what I've noticed is how rapid this team has grown. I mean, I knew it would be great. I mean, I'm a like entrepreneur at heart. So when I saw this opportunity, I knew it was, I could not pass up. And I have never once regretted this decision because I mean, I can realize how many more women I can reach with this company. I mean, not only opportunity, but product wise, like it is just people that were never customers before have come and to me saying, I want to try your product.
I know, it's so true.
It's amazing. So it's just been so refreshing. I just cannot say enough about it. I'm so grateful that I reached out to you. Started this
I know,
because,
me too.
I just knew in my gut that this was something I could not pass up. So, and for those of you that are thinking about this and you're thinking, I've never been in this industry, I don't know anything about these products. I didn't either. I never have either. So, but it's,
I know, I never thought I would sell skincare ever.
No,
makeup.
Never. No. But you know what? When a company speaks to you and the products are amazing, you can sell whatever it is because all you're doing is talking about it. You're just talking about the product. So I never thought I would either, but guess what? When it feels right, you just go for it. And, you know, change can be scary. Change can be really good. I was very scared to make a change. But, you know, I feel like as women, you have to do things differently sometimes to mix it up, to change. And when you're feeling like something is not right, you have to go for it. So, I just knew in my gut that this was something I needed to do. And I am just so happy that I'm with this company. So it's amazing.
Cool.
Do you want me to talk about the starter kit and kind of how?
Yeah, maybe just talk like, you know, how do people get started? And, you know, Suzanne, you had an incredible fast start. So maybe you could just talk about sort of like what you think helped you, you know, start so well and get off the ground running. Yeah.
So, okay. So we have a starter kit that's $169. And with that, you get some makeup, you get some skincare. It's about $375 worth of products. So it really gives you a nice array of goodies to try and play with. And you get your website that people can shop immediately right when you start. So that's great. And we have different little markers that you can hit. And I made sure I hit them all when I started. In your first 40 days, 70 days, you can, when you hit certain sales, and if you build team, you get cash bonuses and also product bonuses. So I just made sure I checked all those boxes because, you know, if the company's going to put it out there, I wanted to make sure I earned it. It was not hard to do, just focused effort, you know, a little bit a day. And like I said earlier, I find this business to be hugely driven by social media. I mean, it's literally been insane. I cannot believe how viral it goes. It's just so, I mean, I don't want to say it's easy, but because it's not easy because you have to work, but it's very calm, stress-free, fun. It's fun. And like I said, I've been doing this literally from my house in my living room. And I have spent every night this entire summer with my family, which has been fabulous. So, yeah. And then the commissions you earn up to 35%. They start at 20 up to 35, depending on your sales in that given month. And even at the 35% marker, it's very low to earn that 35%. It's only $4,000 in sales and you earn 35%, which is huge. And one thing that I'm loving is for our leaders, you can earn a lifestyle bonus. They don't call it a car bonus because it's really for whatever fits into your lifestyle. So I've been earning that for the last 3 months, which has been fun. And it's just such a fun little perk. And then there's also, as leaders, you can take a month off and still get paid. So again, Michelle, our CEO, is just very much into us as people. Our families come first. You know, taking care of ourselves, our health, our wellness, that is all part of the culture at LimeLight. And it is just really a refreshing breath of fresh air. I love it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
If anyone has, did I touch on everything? I think I did.
I think you did. And another thing that I wanted to just chime in, because Suzanne is exactly right. A lot of this really is social media driven, but I wanted to touch on just sort of like what Suzanne and I and our whole team really spend our time on, because what's great about it is you can work your business in so many different ways. So again, when you first start, you can do your big launch where you invite everyone, cast the net wide, right? Have a bunch of people over to your home, 2 days, during the day, at night, whatever it is, to launch your actual business. And then what I had so much success with, and we've coached the team to do, is the fact that you can leave your display set up. And again, it's a little display. Like, this business is amazing. You're not schlepping 4 bags of stuff. You've got one bag, you've got one small table, and it's a beautiful display of product. And people can come by. You can set up 40-minute time slots. So for like 3 or 4 weeks, literally, I sold $7,000 my first month, and I was doing it all out of my home. People would swing by, I would show them the product. I'd have a few girls come at one time. So you're doing the personal one-on-ones, you're doing a launch show, you're meeting people for coffee, bringing products with them to show them. You can do online shows. You can, of course, also do in-person shows. I did a fun makeup and mimosas this summer on a Sunday morning with so much fun. But, you know, it's not so much trunk show driven, which is like one of the biggest joyous moments for all of us, because it's not reality anymore. From the age of my children, and for a lot of us, it's just not the reality. And to run a thriving business the way so many of us are, by doing all these different touch points. Again, I do coffee chats with friends where my friend in Texas or California, I'll get on the phone for 45 minutes, have a fun catch up. We'll each be having our coffee, look through the website on the computer, and I'll walk her through the products, and I'll place her order right there on the phone for her. So you can do so many different ways. You can send out samples, which is another thing. So again, there's a lot of different ways to work the business, but like Suzanne was saying, it's a consumable. People need it. People need skincare. They need makeup. They use it every day, twice a day. So it's a very different side of the industry. It feels very different, and it's the amount of reordering. And again, it just, it feels, again, like Suzanne was saying, I feel like I've had the best summer in 7 years, and it's just, you know, and I'm running a thriving business. I've done one show this whole summer. I'm over 4,000 in sales and more to come. And it's just been so great. So I do think for those people genuinely looking for great flexibility, more than I think other companies provide, it is so flexible. And again, you know, the fact that you can, you know, do it on top of everything else in your life. It's just, you know, you can't say enough about it, honestly.
And, you know, Xander, I was going to say, you know, I mentioned that I haven't left and done any shows this summer, which is, and I can't believe the sales that come in from posting and friends reaching out, and, you know, the reordering is just, it's more than I ever expected. I had no idea.
I know.
But what I was going to say is, you know, now that school's getting ready to start, my kids go back on the 5th. I think what I'm going to do is, like, just for some other ideas, is like to have, it's always going to be from my house, not always, but mostly, like, I think I'm going to do these little, like Friday morning, like, have people just pop over and try the makeup, try the skincare, and just kind of
Absolutely.
super casual, have it, you know, on a certain day of the week or whatever it might be, just have people come to me and try the products. So
absolutely.
I've had a lot of people,
and yeah.
So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's
what I was going to say is Bethany Willis is having a great question on our page here, so I just wanted to go ahead and answer that for her. She's saying that, you know, direct sales on social media has sometimes a horrible reputation, and you can seem pushy or sales driven. So I think, Bethany, you know, one of the best things, I think one of the biggest validations to the direct selling industry of most recent is the fact that people like L'Occitane, these companies, are getting involved. And I think that was not only a massive validation just to LimeLight by Alcone itself, but of course to the direct selling industry even more so. And I think people in general are starting to realize the success of the industry. So they're even more, you know, getting used to the fact that there are people that are doing quite well with the industry and selling these amazing products. And I think, you know, to answer your direct question, you know, the way we are taught, the way we learn, we are really taught, it's more about sharing the product than selling, right? So I think that has a big deal to do with it. It's not, I'm not, if you know, wherever follow me, and those that do follow me, you'll see me. My Facebook page, my VIP page, my Instagram is not sell all day, every day. It's just not, it's not what I'm going to do. It's not what our team does, and it's not what LimeLight's about. It's about how to make people feel better. Be amazing every day is our tagline. And so I think we really follow that philosophy. And I think we're much more about sharing what makes us happy. Like I put on this bright lipstick the other day and I felt so good and I was sharing it. I'm like, you know what, if you're used to a neutral lipstick and you love a pop of color, here it is. I'm really loving this color. I'm not saying like you have to buy this or it's, so I think in general, our whole philosophy, and especially coming from the top down, Michelle is way more about, just sharing the product, sharing what's going to make others feel good about themselves. And especially this opportunity, like there's a lot of people out there that want change and they might be scared to do it, or, they want to work more flexibly or whatever it is, they want to make more money. There's a lot of apprehensions out there, but people wanting change. And I'm just very visible at that. I talk very honestly. There was a big reason I made a massive change that I did. So, I think our honesty and authenticity when we're sharing is what shines through. So,
can I answer to that too, Xander? Can I chime in on that question from Bethany too? I think a big part of, and you touched on this a little bit, but I wanted to expand on it, is, really be in touch with your own personal branding and how you want to present yourself. And if you're seeing those posts from other companies that turn you off, just don't do that. Don't be like that. And don't say, I do not like whenever anyone posts, join my team. That is like the worst thing you could ever say, because it means that is exactly what turns people off. It makes it all about you, not about that person. So you always want your posts to be of service, and like, how can you help others? How are you inspiring other people with your posts? And, if you're thinking about that and how you can enrich other people's lives, your posts will never come across like those other ones that you're seeing that you're referring to. So you just want to be mindful of, you're not going to say, buy this. You're not going to say, join me. You're just going to be sharing your products and your lifestyle and your own personal brand. And that's not only LimeLight. That's, what you're doing in life, your interests, your family, everything. So just keep that in mind.
Absolutely. And I think the last thing too that I wanted to point out, and I think that's because, literally a year ago, I said I would never get into skincare and makeup. And you can imagine, it's my sister-in-law. We're very close. We are married to twin brothers, identical twins. We spend tons of time together. I was with her all day yesterday. Our kids are best friends. Like I have been following this since day one. And she's always said to me, like, why aren't you coming? Please come. And I'm like, no. I could never do skincare and makeup. I'm happy over here. Well, you know what? I realized so much is like that I wanted a change, and there were actual reasons that I moved on, but I was so happy that I went for it, because you know what? Change is good. They always say change is good for the soul. It is. I have such an extra kick in my step. It is not something I ever look back on and say, gosh, I should have done it sooner. I had a great experience, but you know what? Change is great. It's so good for the soul, like people say, and I have an extra kick in my step, and I'm just so happy I did what I was in my gut, which is I need to try this, especially this brand new opportunity, especially this booming company. Like, why not be a part of that? It's incredible. And give yourself the challenge. Try something new. I love that I'm now learning about the makeup and skincare industry, and I absolutely feel like I'm in the right industry. I think there's lots of other companies out there, great, but you know what? We're in an industry where people buy it often, they consume it. It's where people are putting their money, and I really am enjoying that. And they're wanting to spend it on all natural skincare 100%. I get the most requests for that, and I get the most sales from that. And it really is exciting to be a part of that now. So for those of you just, thinking, gosh, I don't know if I could do this, but I'm kind of curious, or I really, speak to us more. You can always, message Suzanne and I or anyone on this page so much more about it, because I know Suzanne, I can speak for her. Absolutely. It's one of the best things we ever did, was just trying new and jumping in. And, I thank myself all the time. And, there's going to be naysayers out there, the direct selling industry, but you know what? We're working from home. We're working flexibly around our families' lives. I'm making an income that's incredible. So you know what? Have fun with it. Go for it. All you can do is try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody, I don't know if there's, I guess we can look back and see if there's any questions that we may have missed, and we can respond to them in the thread, I guess.
Absolutely.
I don't think
yes.
I missed
so,
it, but yeah, we can check
Yeah.
back.
So anyone that's on here, if we didn't answer your questions, I'm scanning through. I don't think I see any other questions, but if you do, feel free to message Suzanne and I. And it's exciting times ahead. Big things to come in the fall. So
yes.
Cheers, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.